The Chargers beat the Broncos on Thursday night, which is exactly what the Bengals needed. Yes, their playoff hopes got a bit stronger. Their chances went up a bit. Here's what it means for the Bengals' playoff chances. Plus, yes, I will look ahead to Sunday's game. It's round 2 of the Battle of Ohio. Let's break it all down right now on Cincinnati Bengals Talk. Hi again, everyone, and welcome into CBT. I'm James Rapien of BengalsTalk.com. Funny enough, wearing Charger blue. I wonder if that's coincidence or planned. I'll let you be the judge. Regardless, the Chargers helped out the Bengals. We're going to dive into what it means for the playoff picture for the Cincinnati Bengals. Today's video brought to you by BetUS. Also going to get into the Bengals and Browns because regardless of the playoff picture, the Bengals have to beat the Browns. They have to win out to have a chance. But let's dive into what the Chargers win over the Broncos means for your Cincinnati Bengals. And it's very, very simple. By the way, a game that I did not think that the Chargers were going to win the way it was going early. But they rallied, they won. It was a big win, 34-27. And it is the first step toward the Bengals getting to the postseason. And what they need to do is they need to win out. So it goes without saying. If they win out, then they need a bunch of help. And they got some of that help on Thursday night. The Chargers beat the Broncos. The Bengals need the Broncos to lose their final 2 games. Well, they needed them to lose to the Chargers. That was step 1. Step 2 is the Bengals beating them next week. Well, we already know that they have to win out. And so if you beat the Chargers, or if you beat the Broncos, rather, after the Chargers beat the Broncos, boom, now you're just looking at that Week 18 game. It's Kansas City versus Denver. So you just need the Kansas City Chiefs to be playing for something in Week 18 to beat those Broncos. So it seems realistic. That part seems realistic. And so if the Bengals win out and that happens, what else needs to happen? Well, the Dolphins need to lose one of their final 3 games. Plausible, especially because they have 2 road games at Cleveland, at New York, playing the Jets. And this week they have the San Francisco 49ers. The Colts, it's a little more interesting. They play the Titans this week. They have the Jaguars on their schedule as well. It's an easier schedule, I would say. But they only need to lose 1 game. They only need to stub their toe once. And so the big one to me was Thursday night because it's the Broncos. And in the path the other way, if the Broncos had won Thursday night, was a lot tougher because the Chargers would have to lose out and they have the Patriots and they have the Raiders. And then you would need all this other stuff to happen. And it's just that much more unrealistic. So a big boost for the Bengals. Again, what they need to do is they need to win out moving forward. So Saturday barbecue, you're watching college football games. Sunday, when you're tailgating or you're discussing what needs to happen for the Bengals, it's simple. They need to win out. They need the Broncos to lose out, and they need the Dolphins to lose one of their final 3 games. They need the Colts to lose one of their final 3 games. So Thursday night was a big step in the right direction for the Cincinnati Bengals. We are going to get into Bengals Browns, what I'm looking for, what I need to see, what I'm hoping to see from this Bengals team as they try to do something they haven't done all season long. Win 3 straight. We'll see if they can do it. What I'm watching on Sunday, what I'm watching for on Sunday, coming up next. Today's video is brought to you by BetUS. Use code YouTube150 and get a 150% deposit bonus on your first deposit up to $2,000. That's right. You go to betus.com and maybe you think that the Bengals are going to run the table and that they're going to handle business. They're a touchdown favorite against the Cleveland Browns. Maybe you think that they're going to find their way into the playoffs. You can go that route. You can wager on Jamar Chase receiving yards. You can wager on all the prop bets, all the same game parlays, all of the college football, all of the NBA, all of the NFL that you want. All you have to do is go to BetUS. Use code YouTube150 to get that 150% deposit bonus up to $2,000. Obviously, it's a must-win game for the Cincinnati Bengals on Sunday. Every single one is now moving forward, and so it's not just a cliche. It's a very real thing. And look, they should beat the Browns. Andrew Fox Miller said it earlier this week on Enter the Jungle.
They should just roll right through the Browns. They should. This Bengals team should be fighting for their life.
And I agree with him. They should beat the Browns. It doesn't mean they will beat the Browns. And so the first thing that I need to see is containing Myles Garrett. If there's a path for the Browns to win this game, it's Myles Garrett completely wrecking the Bengals offense. And the Bengals offense wasn't great against Cleveland when they beat them earlier in the year. The Charlie Jones kickoff return for a touchdown, that was their only points. Their offense was slow out of the gates. So it's one of those things where, yeah, I could say start fast, but I think the key to starting fast is making sure Myles Garrett doesn't wreck the game, making sure you're not feeling 95 and his weight and his pressure that he puts on opponents. Alex Kappa, not sure if he's officially going to clear protocol. He's been limited back-to-back days, but I think he will. It certainly feels like Cody Ford could start at left tackle. And something to watch there, though, because Devin Cochran, I think, had his moments. But man, oh man, you're going up against this defensive front. That's where it starts. And they have a great corner as well in Denzel Ward, someone that Jamar Chase, I know, respects a ton. And so that's where I'm looking. And then defensively, you just want these young guys to continue to blossom. And you're going up against a guy in Dorian Thompson-Robinson. You got to force some turnovers. You got to create some chaos like you did last week. I'm not asking this defense to stop, to get 12 stops a game. I'm not, or force 8 punts. I'm not, even this week. But I want you to force 3 turnovers. I want you to force some splash plays, some big plays, get the DTR, find ways to contain Jerry Jeudy, who's having a one heck of a year, a career year for the Cleveland Browns after they traded for him. And so that's what I'm looking for. Really, it is that simple. Defensively, don't give up big plays to Jerry Jeudy, Elijah Moore, former Cincinnati Bearcat, Jerome Ford on the ground. And he had a big run last week. And then on the opposite side, so defensively, create chaos, don't give up big plays. On the offensive side, don't let 95 wreck the game. Get the ball out quick when you need to, and have your guys make plays. And I think that this team, whether it's T. Higgins, who I think is going to play, and I know he hasn't practiced on Wednesday, Thursday, he's going to play. Jamar Chase, obviously, he's chasing history right now, numbers-wise. I think he's going to get his fair share of targets. But this, to me, could be as much of an Andre Yosavash game, Mike Gesicki game. The guys, Chase Brown is another element that the Browns haven't seen. He hadn't really emerged yet the first time these teams played. So those guys could be someone, or maybe all three, could be guys that Joe Burrow leans on early because he's going to be getting the ball out quick, reading the defense. Boom, got to get it out, got to get it out, got to get it out. And you got to get a win. Now you have something. The Bengals are one win away, a win over the Browns, from having a ton on the line next week on Saturday against the Denver Broncos. That's all it takes now. You beat the Browns, and that Denver game means a ton. And that's all you can ask for in December is meaningful games. I know this season stunk. I know it hasn't been fun. I know it's been up and mostly down and all around, and it hasn't delivered on expectations. But you get to 7-8, and now that Week 17 game matters a ton. That's all you can ask for if you're the Cincinnati Bengals. They have everything to play for right now. They should come out motivated. I expect them to come out motivated, and they need to sweep Cleveland for the first time in the Joe Burrow, Zach Taylor era, something they haven't done since 2017. We will see if they do it. If I had to give you a prediction, and why not? I will. 27-17. I think Joe Burrow sweeps the Cleveland Browns. That's the expectation. It should be. We'll see if they can get it done. Today's video has been brought to you by BetUS. For Andrew Fox-Miller, I'm James Rapien. We will talk to you after the game, win, lose, or draw. So hit that subscribe button, ring the bell. Make sure you check out BengalsTalk.com as well. And until next time, I'm James Rapien. Thank you so much for watching Cincinnati Bengals Talk.